Open plan working dismantles hierarchy and introduces collaborative, flexible working. It maximizes space efficiency and collaboration between staff. However, research shows the majority of office workers feel that conversational distractions impair their productivity. This leads to stress and a lack of well-being. Applying the science of ergonomics and acoustics in the workplace contributes to an increased sense of well-being through comfort in work. To create good acoustic environments, separate areas with different oral requirements into zones. Situate confidential spaces and areas where concentrated work takes place away from conversation and collaboration zones. Barriers should be used between these zones to signal the type of space you're entering and isolate the more sensitive areas to provide both visual and acoustic privacy. Acoustic control is also necessary to improve productivity and reduce distraction within these zones. It's often believed that lower noise levels improve one's ability to concentrate. However, it's the intelligibility or clarity of speech around us that impairs concentration. If we can hear it, it's distracting. The less intelligible, the easier it is to ignore. When someone talks in an open-plan office, people within a certain radius will get distracted. So the further away the listener is from the speaker, the less they're distracted. The distance at which this distraction quickly reduces and your ability to concentrate quickly improves is the distraction distance. To reduce the number of people distracted by a single speaker, this distance needs to be reduced. To control distractions from speech intelligibility, the sound paths taken must be considered. Installing screens between workstations interrupts the direct path of noise. If a screen is high enough but not dense enough, sound will pass through it. It must possess mass in order to block sound. Sound-absorbing material should be applied to the outside face of screens to gain the most benefit from them. In addition to improving acoustics, screening also supports visual separation and privacy. As well as direct sound, our ears pick up the sound reflected off many surfaces. The ceiling is the largest uninterrupted surface in an office. It significantly influences the distance that sound travels. Even with high screens, a strong reflection can bounce over them, off the ceiling to nearby workstations. Adding ceiling rafts or absorbent ceiling tiles will reduce sound reflections and so decrease the distance that sound can travel across an office. While many believe that office noise levels are too high, in reality they are often too low. Lower ambient noise can cause distracting sounds to be more obvious, so introducing the right kind of noise can help to improve our acoustic environment. Sound masking systems create a backdrop of noise that's easily ignored. Speakers placed in the ceiling produce a pleasant sound tuned to suit the environment. In most cases, people aren't even aware that it's in operation, allowing them to continue their work easily with reduced distractions. By applying the A, B, C and D of acoustics in an open-plan office, we significantly reduce the distraction distance. Absorb. Place absorbent screens between workstations and absorbent panels over areas of hard reflective surfaces, such as the ceiling. Block. Create barriers between speakers and listeners that are high and have enough mass to reduce direct sound paths. Cover. Increase the amount of ambient noise. This should be a sound that can be easily ignored, like sound masking. Divide. Separate work areas according to function and sensitivity to acoustic disruption, using distance and acoustic screens.